Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Real Estate with Gwen Price. And I'm here with my broker of record, Lana Watier, Keystone Real Estate. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Trina couldn't be with us, Trina Tallon from Neighbourhood Dominion Lending, but we're going to brave it ourselves. And I mean, mostly people are still curious what's happening with the real estate market. And I can tell you, I was telling you before we started, the average sale price basically hasn't changed significantly in the last 5 months. It's still hovering or just under 390 for the city of Greater Sudbury, and the whole of our real estate board, the same thing. So it's up about 17% from last year at this time. So it was interesting because when I look back to April, rather from between March and April is when there was a bigger jump. It went from 367 to 386, but then it's been staying kind of flat. And
so we have gotten a little bit more inventory in that time in the last several months.
Yeah,
the market hasn't been as tight. It still has been, we're still less than what we were previous, but we're not, it doesn't seem, we did have a little influx of listings and things like that. So that kind of balanced out the prices. We're still seeing, competitions and things like that. I don't know that they're to the extreme that they were at the beginning of the year. I know that they're in those price ranges, in the smaller price ranges, in the 250 to 350 range, still the most active areas. Still a lot of competition, but we're seeing too that you're competing against maybe 4 or 5 offers, not 20 offers.
Most times. Like listings are still, I mean, they're up from last year about 21%, and sales are up about 34% at the end of August. But you're right. I mean, I looked at what we call our hot sheets yesterday to see what the sales have been doing. And the bulk of the sales were either just around asking or slightly under. Now, there's no deals out there, but you're right. I mean, it wasn't, I think last week or so, there was something that had 16 offers on it. And, but sometimes you're only getting 2 or 3. It just depends on the product and price.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, it does depend on the price, but still all the price ranges are still fairly active. So you need even the smaller ranges in the 200s, 300s, but even up into the million plus ranges, there are multiple offers as well still, and the market is still very active there. So
I mean, and everybody thinks there's all these people coming from out of town, and there is to some degree. They're interested in our city because of our average sale price is under 400,000, where you're talking Toronto again, it could be 1 point something million for the average. So, but it's still, there's a lot of activity with local people. That hasn't changed. So people are still interested in buying, and yes, it's becoming. And it has for a while, unaffordable for some people, but there's still opportunities for first-time buyers here to get in the market.
There are still some good opportunities for first-time buyers here. It's the affordability is something that everybody's been talking about for decades, basically. And in the last 5 to 8 years, it's been a bigger topic because a lot has changed financially, globally in the last several 5 to 10 years. So, but there is a lot of still affordable options for first-time home buyers. I know that politically, every party has a plan. So don't forget to vote, whichever way you're going to vote. September 20th is your chance to get your voice heard. So get out there and vote for the party you believe is going to be, our best governing bodies. So there's all kinds of options out there, and it looks like there will be other options coming up, based on whatever political party is in power. So there's always something.
Well, and definitely, even though we're realtors, we're citizens too of this city and of this province and of this country. And I'm concerned, as is everybody, about the homeless issue, about affordability.
Mhm.
You know, for people, the rents are high. It's hard to get in sometimes, you know, into an affordable house.
Yeah.
But Sudbury, like I say, overall, when you look at the average sale price across the country or in the province, we're still affordable. You know, so there's opportunities here. And as long as interest rates stay relatively low, I don't think they're indicating that they're going to jump by any great
No.
significance, because it would stall the economy. We're a big part of the economy.
Yes, yeah, we are. And interest rates, they are going to go up at some point.
Mhm.
But like you said, I don't think we haven't heard any rumblings that, you know, they're
Yeah,
going to increase anytime soon. And the increases are fairly small in comparison to, like, you know, you're not going to
mhm.
jump how many points up in
Yeah,
interest rate, right? They're going to creep back up, but they're going
yeah,
to go up at some point. But yeah, to keep the economy moving, I wouldn't expect that they're going to raise too quickly, too
yeah.
fast.
Well, Sudbury's still a pretty good place to live. I'm happy I live where I do, and you know, even the whole thing with COVID, it's been a good place to live. We we're sheltered from a lot of the things that are going on, you know, in
Yeah.
other cities or other parts of the country, and certainly other parts of the world. We're pretty fortunate to live where we are, so it's a good place to, you know, like I always say, growing up here, I thought, oh, how the heck can I get out of this place, you know? But, you know, when I look at it as a mother and now as a grandmother, it's a pretty good place to live and raise a family. And,
It
you
is
know,
a very family oriented city, and
yeah,
with our different communities, you know, you have the Walden community, you have the Valley community, you have Rayside. All those communities come together, and they all do their part, and they all do their little individual festivals and things
yeah,
like that, and attractions for their own communities to keep things going, and invite families and all that kind of stuff. It's a great place to live. Like
yeah,
we have so many options here.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, we're close to big urban like Toronto and
yeah,
Barrie, things like that. And but
yeah.
we've got a lot of great nature here. Fun Sudbury is
Well, yeah,
definitely.
we're
I've
so,
always lived here myself, so
yeah,
moved
me
away,
too. And
always moved
yeah,
back.
yeah.
But yeah,
But for
I love
sure,
it.
it's, we sort of take things for granted because, you know, I mean, we could walk to a lake, we can,
Yep.
that you can swim in, you know, and those kinds of things. So we're pretty fortunate, and certainly anybody who enjoys, you know, hunting, fishing, all of that kind of,
Yep.
and doesn't matter, skiing, whatever, there is pretty accessible for most people. So it's, no, it's definitely a good place to live. I'm not going anywhere.
No, me neither.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Lana. And I know, yep, everybody, please don't forget about the election day on September 20th and vote. I know it's a lot of it's pretty controversial with a lot of the parties, but we have the right to vote in this country, so we should get out there and do it. And
Yeah,
so,
you're right. There are a lot
so
of people in the world that don't have the opportunity to
yeah,
vote. So,
yeah,
you know, every single vote counts. Every
yeah,
vote matters. Never think that, well, I'm just one person.
yeah,
Everybody's vote matters. So yes,
yeah,
please get out and vote for your preferred candidate and your
yeah,
preferred party, and let's
yeah.
move this country forward.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens, right, for next month,
Yep.
when we get together to talk about the market again, and we'll know who's in power or who's not in power. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens, and yeah, interesting times. So thank you, Lana. We'll talk to you
Thank you.
again next month, and take care.
You too.